Today, video editing might be one of the most creative jobs out there. Let's be honest, a huge chunk of it is just doing the same stuff over and over. Same actions, every single project. So if you don't want to burn out one day, you've got to make your life easier and stop repeating the same steps 100 times. My name is Victor. Today I'll show you some tips and tricks in DaVinci Resolve that actually save your time. Let's get started. This one surprised me every time, but tons of people even don't know that power bins even exist. So here's the deal. In the media pool, click the three dots and hit show power bins. It's basically a workspace that follows you from project to project. Let's say I took this screenshot and I know I'll need it in other projects too. All I do is drag it in here. Now, if I hit Shift and 1 and jump into a totally different project, open the power bin, boom, same screenshot right here. Okay, but what about saving a transition preset? Super simple. Right-click it, hit Create Transition Preset, and done. Now there's a push-up preset setting in our video transitions. And we can even set as standard transition. So easy. But here is the best part about power bin. You can style your clip right here. Say we don't want the picture to just see the plane. Let's shrink it down a bit and stick it in the corner. Oh, the basic example. You've got a logo, you want it in the corner, and blend mode set to screen. That's it. Now, every time we drag this clip in, it shows up already set up. Works like a charm. Honestly, this right here is the whole point of today's video. Set it up once and use it forever. At some point, I just took that idea all the way. Everything I kept, rebuilding edit after edit. Transitions, titles, effects, sound. I saved it all into Reels Builder, my preset bundle for DaVinci Resolve. Over 100 drag and drop tools. So the boring half of editing is already done before you even start. If doing the same work twice sounds like your personal nightmare, just be free to get my pack. Links in the description. Now here is the annoying part. There is one thing DaVinci just won't let us do. You can't save that style clip as an actual preset that sits right in the sidebar. So in your project you just drop it on and all the effects come along. Yeah, one more point for Adobe Premiere, because over there this stuff exists. What we can do is save the clip into power bins. And look, even the preview shows our whole setup got saved. So later in a new project, when we need to put something together, we just grab our styled clip, pull it down here, hit Ctrl or Command C on Mac, and done. Our webcam shot, as I call it, is looking styled. Here is how you can make your own effect preset, or as the kids like to say, your own plugin for DaVinci Resolve. Right-click the clip, hit New Fusion Clip, then right-click again and open it on the Fusion page. And time for a little fusion. So let's say I want to grab all of these. Right-click, go Macro, Create Macro. And I want to be able to tweak the corner radius, the width and height, how strong the shadow is, its angle, distance, and blur. Let's call this thing B-roll corner, okay? So next, click the three dots, hit Save or Save Group, and we save it not into macros, but into Fusion, then Templates, then Edit folder. Here you pick what you are saving, an effect, a transition, a generator, or titles. Our is an effect, so it goes into the effects folder. You can see I've already got some folders in here, but let's make a new one, and now check the effects. There is the tutorial folder, so instead of building the effects by hand every time, we just use our so-called plugin. And look at that. Everything works. Corners are rounded, there is a camera shake, a soft shadow, and yeah, all those controls we saved are sitting right there. Full guide of making your own plugins for DaVinci or, okay, macros is coming in one of the next videos. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm so done with this routine. Download a picture, take a screenshot, open the file explorer, hunt down the file, drag it into the program, every single time. Here's the thing, if you drag a folder in here, it just dumps the files in. But if you'd rather keep it as an actual folder, drop it into the sidebar instead. And congrats, we just imported a bin, as DaVinci calls it. Now let's take my picture and put it into the folder on the drive, and nothing changed in here, right? All you do is right-click and hit refresh media files. Boom, there is the file. You can take a whole folder of screenshots from your system, drag it in, and they all put right in. But first, let's sort by date created. I take a fresh screenshot, bam, done. Right-click, refresh, already there. There is an automatic mode too. Right-click, hit automatically monitor media files. Now, in theory, every new screenshot should just pop up in DaVinci by itself. And for some reason, for me, it works maybe half the time. But when it works, yeah, it feels amazing. And while we are at it, let's build a good habit. If something's got no hotkey, look, nothing showing on the right. Setting up my own custom key combination and hit save. Now I take a screenshot, press Ctrl-Shift-R, for example. Folders updated. Handy? I'd say so. And since we are poking around the media pool, let's keep going, because there is one key thing living in here. When a beginner opens DaVinci for the first time, sooner or later, they'll have to sync video with audio, like me right now. The picture is going into the camera and sound's going straight in the computer. All you do is right-click on some empty space in the media pool and hit Auto Sync Audio. Pick waveform, because we are syncing by the sound itself. Use channel number, automatic, hit sync. Then just drag the clip out. See this little dot? That means the audio's synced. And since we are on topic sound, let's talk processing. Set up the compressor, the EQ on and on down the list, but DaVinci's got one stupidly simply effect for this. This called the chain effects. Drop it on your audio track, and the difference is you pick all those same effects right inside this one plugin. There is gain, a stereo fixer, and so on. But the killer feature is you can save presets in one single click. Treating your audio from scratch every single time gets old really fast. Mine, by the way, comes with the Reels builder, including the exact voice chain you're hearing right now. Sometimes you only need to treat one specific clip, and instead of piling plugins onto it one by one, you just grab chain effects, exact same way, and pick your preset. You can make as many presets as you want, of course. These next one's not obvious at all. For me, Premiere always had one massive advantage. Right around this panel, you could pin a little camera button and grab a screenshot in one click. So how do you do that in DaVinci? Honestly, it's anything but obvious. A while back I found this rod somewhere online. Go to the color page, right-click the viewer, hit grab still, then right-click the still, hit export, and pick where to save it and in what format. Handy? Sure, if you enjoy making your own life harder. Here's what I press instead. File, then export, then current frame as still. Pick where to save it, desktop for example, and there it is, our screenshot. Now let's give it a hotkey. Ctrl-Shift-F12 for example. And from now on, every time we hit Ctrl-Shift-F12, automatic screenshot export. Is that convenient? Let me know in the comments. And if you like me, rocking a MacBook with base 256 gig SSD, you know the pain. You install a couple of plugins and suddenly you're cleaning up disk space again, scared to install anything extra. And your footage have to live somewhere too, right? For that, I'd grab an external drive. Doesn't have to be this one. This is an M2 SSD. Fast, great, modern, but that's not even the point here. But if you install your plugins onto it and then use them without ever copying them back to the computer, right-click, show more options, hit pick link source, then open your LUTs folder, right-click, show more options again, and under draw path, pick symbolic link. Looks like a regular screenshot, just show up, right? But here is the difference. If you make a normal shortcut the usual way, copy it, paste it in here, watch what it does. It just redirects you somewhere else. The symbolic link is different story. The system and the program with it honestly believes all those files are sitting right here in this exact folder. Now hit refresh and there it is. Our symbolic link showed up as normal basic folder and the LUTs just work straight from there. You can see our regular shortcut got pulled in too, sort of. But let's look closely. Those LUTs don't show up correctly. Yeah, MacBook have symbolic links too. Hope this saves your some disk space. And since we are wandering in the color and LUTs, doesn't matter if you just getting into color grading or you've been at it for years, you've probably collected a decent pile of 3D LUTs. Instead of sorting through all that by hand, just add a LUT to your favorites, like this one into favorites, and this one favorites too. Now sure, you can open the sidebar, hit favorites and pick your LUT from there. But there is an even lazier way. Right click the node, go to favorites and pick your LUT. Yeah, it's just names, no preview. And hey, the option's right there, one click away. Now, if 3D LUTs aren't your thing, you should rate a mess with the curves, all the good stuff. Here's how to save your look and carry it from project to project. A bit more flexible than a 3D LUT. Right click the viewer, hit grab still, and there it is. A heads up, if we jump to another project right now, that still won't make the trip. You've got to drag it into the power grade album, and if you want to turn it into an actual 3D LUT file, switch to the clips view, right click the clip, hit generate LUT, and pick something like 33 point cube. Now you can load it into your camera, into Photoshop, wherever you want. This next trick makes putting together big, messy videos way easier. Say your project looks like this. In some way in here you need to squeeze in a little montage from your vlog. Hit this button and turn on stacked timelines. Hit the plus and there is a second timeline. Here you pick which timeline you want to see. In there you can collect the clips you need, trim stuff, glue it together, whatever. And then instead of dragging it all over, pasting it in and shuffling clips around, you just copy what you actually need. Park the playhead where it should go and hit Ctrl or Command Shift V. And your video doesn't paste over everything like usual. It slides right in between. And the last one, totally logical if you've been editing for a while, but not obvious at all for beginners. Use an adjustment clip for your punch-ins. Because when you are new here and you find out you can zoom in to make the face bigger, the usual way is painful. Copy the setting from here, paste them over there, check if they land right, and if they do, it's a mess. Instead, open the effects panel, go into the effects and drag an adjustment clip up here. Style that one adjustment clip, and from now all you do is copy it with Alt or Option key. Wanna stack this effect? Just layer one on top of another. Works beautifully, editing made simpler. And the same trick works with dynamic zoom, not just punch-ins. Hit play, there's your dynamic zoom. Turn the clip off. By the way, the D key disables clips and the zoom's gone. And I never have to copy settings from one clip to another again. So yeah, quite a pile of tricks we ended up here. If you know more of them, drop them in the comments. And in the meantime, go check out this video on how a total beginner can learn video editing in 2026. My name is Victor. See you in the next one.